I have a lift chair on the bench today. This one is made by Pride or Pride Mobility, and it's about 18 months old. Now, I don't normally see these units in my shop. This is kind of rare because they're very heavy and therefore difficult to move. But this one was in a facility when it stopped working, a nursing facility, and currently, due to COVID-19 restrictions, does not allow any visitors. So I wasn't able to go in to check it out, so some employees from inside the facility brought it out to me, and I brought it back here to the shop to take a look. And what I found was this connector here for the hand control was loose, and once I reconnected it, the chair began working. So after I got it working, I did some maintenance checks that I want to show you how to do today. Lift chairs and power recliners have a few things in common. One of them is, over time, hardware can come loose from these units, and given enough time, they can even fall out. And when that happens, if no one takes notice and they continue to use the chair, eventually parts will become broken, bent, or twisted. To avoid that damage and the hefty repair bill that'll come with it, let's take a look at how to do maintenance checks on this unit. Okay, we've got two basic categories that we want to check: hardware and electrical. Let's start with the hardware. I'm going to start over here where the mechanism scissors attach to the inside of the chair frame. You can see we've got a bolt here and one towards the front. This is inside the arm frame on this unit. Also inside the seat box, got a fastener here and here. And both these plates are on both sides of the chair. Towards the front, we've got some pins and clips on the metal structure, as well as the actuator arms. Towards the front of the chair, we have our footrest fasteners. We want to check those. And here on the bottom where the metal structure supports the arm frame, we want to check the fasteners there as well on both sides of the chair. Towards the back of this base, check the pins and clips, make sure they're in place. And we've got some more hardware to check here on the bottom and the center of the base. You'll also want to check the fasteners on the back brackets, which we'll do in a couple of minutes. All right, let's check some electrical connections. We want to start with the connectors. Just follow the cables around, look for damage, look for bad routing. Wherever you find exposed wires, check and make sure they're not damaged. Check the leads entering the power supply and the connectors. The hand control. The common area for damage is where the wiring goes into the hand control. Check all the connectors and cables. And finally, you want to check the fasteners on both back brackets on both sides of the back. There are two on each bracket. And the style of this bracket's a little bit different. It's got a tab or a catch that holds it on. So to remove the back, you'll have to take something like a large screwdriver here, a flat screwdriver, slide it in, and lift the tab to lift the back off of the chair. As I mentioned in the beginning, this chair is about 18 months old, and I'm going to assume that it hasn't had a maintenance check before. I found about 6 or 7 fasteners that were very loose. So I would recommend these checks be done at a minimum of once a year. If it gets very hard or heavy use, twice a year is even better. So check all the fasteners and all the hardware and the cables and connection as well, especially if a chair like this has been moved. That's going to increase the odds that your chair will last longer and hopefully not require any major repairs for quite some time. After you're done with your maintenance checks, you want to do some final testing and raise and lower the chair a few times while you observe the cables that raise with it. I like this Pride chair because basically it was a very simple direct design that just had one cable that would extend with the chair when the chair would lift, and that's the hand control cable. So it makes it real easy to check to see if that cable is being stretched too tight or if it's getting caught in anything on the way up or down. If it is, reroute the cable and test again until you get it just right. Now, in the video shoot, I noticed I had another cable over the frame that was hanging down, and that was actually the power cable, which should have been on the floor. So always finish up by testing operation and checking those cables.